Okay, let's go over the words from lesson 3. So, this always takes me a minute. Okay, so the first word is curtail, a verb, and it means to cut short or reduce. The performance was curtailed when a small fire broke out in the theater. Or you could say last school year was curtailed when blah, 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 blah. You know what happened. Next word is discriminate, lots here. Verb, to make or recognize clear distinctions. During hunting season, it's prudent for hikers to wear orange so that hunters can easily discriminate, tell the difference between people and animals. Or to treat in a less or more favorable way. Some employers still discriminate against women by paying them less than their male counterparts. Discrimination as a noun, as a thing, the recognizing of clear distinctions. It's helpful to make a discrimination between what you think you want and what you really need. The act of making a distinction in favor of or against a person or thing on the basis of the group or category, oh my gosh, this is a long definition, rather than according to actual merit. Federal law prohibits discrimination, I'm sure you know how to use it in that way, based on race or creed. And finally, the act of making fine distinctions, good or refined taste. Your penchant for garish attire shows a lack of discrimination. Okay, espionage. Sorry. Noun, the act of spying, especially a government spy obtaining secrets of another government. Counterintelligence specialists use their knowledge of high-tech spying equipment to thwart, stop, acts of espionage, acts of spying. Inalienable, adjective, not able to be taken or given away. United States citizens are promised certain inalienable rights, rights that cannot be taken away, that are spelled out in the Bill of Rights, first 10 amendments to the Constitution. To incarcerate is to put in prison or to confine. Maximum security prisoners were incarcerated on Alcatraz, an island in San Francisco Bay, till 1963. Incarceration as a noun, his incarceration, his time in jail, lasted 5 years, after which he was a free man. Indignity, an insult to one's pride, offensive or humiliating treatment. His mother waited until they got home to reprimand her son in order to spare him the indignity of being criticized in front of his friends. Yeah, look at that dog there with that thing on its head. That dog is experiencing some indignity for sure. Indiscriminate, not marked by careful distinctions, haphazard. She was an indiscriminate reader. She read everything, she didn't care what it was, and devoured everything from comics to history books. She was indiscriminate about it. Infamous, famous in a bad way. Having a very bad reputation, notorious. The CIA's infamous agent, Aldrich Ames, sold compromising information to the Soviets that cost the lives of many CIA secret agents. Can also mean disgraceful or vicious. The defendant was charged with an infamous crime. And then as a noun, infamy, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln was an act of infamy. Vicious, disgraceful, yeah, that's true. Okay. Intercede, to act or plead on another's behalf, like to come in between and make a case for something, to try to smooth the differences between two parties. Instead of interceding, getting in the middle and trying to fix it, my parents encouraged my brother and me to resolve our differences on our own. Malign is a verb, and it means to say negative and unfair things about, to slander. The proprietor thought maligning his competitors' products would boost his own sales, so saying bad things about them. An adjective, evil, showing ill will. The malign look he gave me expressed his anger. So malign is describing the noun look, the malign look, the evil look. To perpetrate is to commit as a crime or other antisocial act. The con artist was guilty of perpetrating a minor scam. And a perpetrator is a person who perpetrates. I couldn't figure out who the perpetrator was until the end of the movie. Rampant is an adjective. Threateningly wild, without restraint or control, widespread. The rampant vines covered the slope and began to climb the surrounding trees. Rancor is a noun, a deep, long-held feeling of hatred or bitterness. Her rancor for the group turned her into its implacable foe. So her hatred for the group, her rancor. Reparation is a mending or a repair. The building needed major reparation after the tornado. That's an easy one, sounds like repair. Making up or payment for a wrong or damage done, especially in the case of an international war. Many Americans believe that the descendants of enslaved Africans deserve reparations. Last word is smattering, a noun, superficial, scattered knowledge. He picked up a smattering of Spanish while in Mexico, a little bit of it, just kind of surface stuff. Or a small amount. There, a small amount. She wrote thousands of letters, of which only a smattering, a small amount, have been published. And that's it. Go and enjoy those words.